right, welcome back, fifth grade. This is the next page, page 5, this is some really fun stuff because you're dividing by 10 and multiplying and dividing by 10 and powers of 10, and using what we talked about in the first video, that concept of shifting. It is just really super easy. So we're going to talk about that. And again, our big ideas. See if I can get this to work. So our big ideas are place value and the place value chart and how important that is, and this concept of shifting. So cool. All right, so let's just look at this first one, 6 divided by 10. So we're going to go to, if you don't have a place value chart, let me move down here. Make a place value chart. Stop the recording right now and make yourself a line across. And then you're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 lines. And then you'll do thousandths, hundredths, tenths, put your decimal, ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, and I should put a comma there, thousands, comma, 10,000s, 100,000s, millions, and there's our millions, comma. So stop the recording right now and make that, just freeze it on that and get that chart made. Okay, so if you have that chart made, let's go back and look at that first problem, which is 6 excuse me, 6 divided by 10. Okay, let's come back to our place value chart. Watch how easy this is. Here's what we're talking about. We're talking about 6 ones. And we talked about when we multiply by 10, then that shifts us over to the next place value. Because 10 of anything, if I had 10 ones, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, you were taught to bundle those because 10 ones equals 110. So that's the concept. Times 10 just shifts it to the next largest place value. Get rid of those. And so then that's really all you have to know, because if times 10 shifts it that way, then divided by 10 is going to shift it backwards. It's that easy. So 6 divided by 10 just moves to the tenths place. That's it. The answer is 6/10. Let's go record that. The answer is 6/10. Okay? Let's look at the next one. Now let's do 6/10 divided by 10. No problem. Let's go back and take a look at that one. Okay, let me just erase this. This time our starting point is 6/10. We're dividing by 10. We're not multiplying, not getting larger. We are going dividing by 10. We're moving to the place value over to the right, smaller place value, dividing, making it smaller. 6 moves from the tenths to the hundredths. That means there's no tenths. The answer is 6/100. Let's go record it. Pretty darn cool. Pretty darn easy. Okay. Okay, now it starts to get really interesting. This is 6 divided by 10 to the power of 2. Well, 10 to the power of 2, you have to remember that's an exponent, and that just means 10 times 10. So it would be like this. 10 to the power of 0 is just 1, because there's not doing anything with 10. 10 to the power of 1 is 10. 10 to the power of 2 is 10 times 10. Notice the pattern, 2 tens. 10 to the power of 3, 10 times 10 times 10. So notice we've got power of 3 means 3 tens, and you can guess 10 to the power of 4 equals 10 times 10 times 10 times 10. So if we know that, this is just going to help us with how much we need to shift. Here's our problem. 6 divided by 10 to the power of 2. Let's go check it out. Okay, this time we have 6 ones, and we have divided by 10 to the power of 2. So I'll write it down here. 6 divided by 10 to the power of 2. So how many times do we have to shift? That's all you got to think about. Don't make it tricky. 10 to the power 2 is 10. There's 2 10s. That's 10 times 10. So we're going to shift it twice. We're going to go divide by the power of 10. And one more, divide by the power of 10. I'm sorry, divide by 10. So 6 divided by 10. And then divide that by 10 again. How do we know? 10 to the power 2 just means we're dealing with two 10s. So that shifts over 2 place values. So there you go. 6 is now in the hundreds place. 0 tenths. Let's go record that answer. Ta-da! Super easy. Now even this one, you might think, ooh, decimal 6 divided by 10 to the power 2. And your normal person might get scared. Ooh, looks tricky. But not really. It's just shifting. That's it. And if you have a place value chart, you're in great shape. Or you can draw one like hopefully you've already done. Okay, let's go do 6 tenths to the power divided by the power of 10. Okay. Here we go, 6 tenths. Let's erase this. And again, you can stop this anytime if you have to fix your, you got to fix your place value chart or something. So I think it was 6 tenths, is that right? I have to look at it really fast. Short-term memory loss. 6 tenths, yeah, 6 tenths. Hope you're not dizzy going back and forth. Okay, 6 tenths. I'll write it down here again. 6 tenths divided by 10 to the power of 2. This just means 2 10s. Going to divide 2 times. There's one shift. Bam. And another shift. Bam. I just shifted it over 2 place values because 10 to the power 2. All the way from the tenths to the thousandths. My answer, 6 thousandths. Let's go record that. 6 thousandths. There we go. Now look at the next one. Ooh, more powers of 10. Looking intimidating? Certainly not. Just more shifting. 6 divided by 10 to the power 3. Let's go check it out. Okay, I'll erase this. 6 divided by 10 to the power 3, I think it was. Let's go with the blue. No, a red. 6 divided by 10 to the power of 3. Wait, what do? We don't panic. That's just 3 10s. In fact, it's telling you 3 shifts. Now this is only when we are multiplying and dividing by 10 with exponents, 10 to the power of 1, 10 to the power of 2, etc. Okay, it's not like if you have 6 divided by 3 to the power of 2. You can't just say, oh, it shifts, because our place value chart is only for 10. And that's because of what you learned a long time ago, where if you have 10, say you have 10 hundred thousands, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Every 10 you get to bundle. Not like here, 3 to the power of 2, every 3 you do not get to bundle. So don't get carried away. Only with 10 does this work. 10 is a magic number, because our number system is base 10. If we had 12 fingers, it'd be base 12, and we wouldn't know any difference. Okay, here we go. We're going to go 3 times. Here we go. Oh, let me get a pen. 1, 2, 3. That's divide by 10, divide by 10, divide by 10, 6 thousandths. And after a while, what you can do is you can picture the place value chart in your head, and you know it's 3 shifts. So you could just think in your head right now, I have 6 in the ones place. So think in your head, close your eyes, visualize a place value chart. Now go 3 shifts. 1, where are you? Tenths. Shift again in your head. 2, where are you? Hundredths. Shift again in your head. Where are you? 3, you're in the thousandths place. So eventually you will just be able to shift just by mentally doing it, okay? Mentally doing it. Like a magical mental telepathic math power. Okay, here we go. 6 thousandths. All right, here we go. Let's come up here, and we've got 6 thousandths. Okay. All right. I want you to do the rest of these. Use your place value chart, and then when I come back, I will just have the answers. I'll just do the answers. I won't go back to the place value. So stop the video and finish those up for me. All right, you can do it. Just shifting. Okay, we're back again, and here we go. So now we have 60. Imagine this on your place value chart. 60, and I'm going to shift it to the right 3 times. So 60. That becomes I'm in the tens place, right? So 60, one shift gets me to the ones place. Another shift gets me to the tens place. Another shift, the hundreds place. So I'm looking at this one as 6. So ones, tens, 600ths. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 600ths it should be, okay? Let's go to this one. 3 tenths times 10, so that's times 10. I'm going from the tenths, I'm going over one more space. Let's see, from tenths to ones. There we go. This time it's 3 tenths. I'm going to go over 2 spaces because of the 2. 10 to the power 2. So I go from the tenths to the ones place, and then the tens place. See why I did that? So if you think about it, here's where the decimal would be, and here's where the 3 was. It was in the tenths, so it goes 1, and it shifts all the way over here. Okay, let me take that out. Let's just put the answer in there. 30. 3 tenths to the one more space over. So now I'm going from the tenths to the ones, tens, and the hundreds. Okay, ones, tens, and hundreds. Now I'm in the hundreds place, and I'm going to shift over from the hundreds. 2 shifts. Tenths, ones. Put my 3 in the ones place. My 3 is in the thousands place. I'm doing 2 shifts. I'm going to the hundreds all the way to the tenths. And again, you could do this, all these on a place value chart to double check. 300ths, I'm going 3 shifts. All right, I'm starting in the hundreds. There I am. Now I'm going tenths, ones, the tens place. Okay? All right, hope you did okay on that. Let's pause it and we'll go look at the next page. Okay, let's do the same thing. Let's keep it going, keep it going. 72 divided by 10. Okay, these 2 digits are shifting over one spot. So the 2 is going to the tens place. The 7 is going to the ones place. Voila. Here you have, these are being shifted to a greater place value. Power of 10, that's 2 shifts. The 7 goes from the ones, goes to the tenths. The tens, 7 starts in the tenths, goes to the ones, then over to the tens. The 2 goes from the hundreds, goes tenths, ones. Okay? Here we have 7,200 divided by 10 to the power of 3. Okay? So we can go and put this on our place value chart. 7,200 divided by 10 to the power of 3. Let's go take a look at that. $7,200 divided by 10 to the power of 3. All right, here we go. 7,200. Okay? 7,200 divided by 10 to the power of 3. 3 shifts for everything. 1, 2, 3, 0. 1, 2, 3. Shift this 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay? All these are shifted over. And look, here's my decimal point in the right there. So I have 7 ones, 2 tenths, 0 hundredths, 0 thousandths. So these don't add any value. In fact, if I take them off, it doesn't change the fact that I have 7 and 2 tenths. So I'm going to, in math, you want to use the least amount of numbers as you can to represent. That's a general rule. So this is just 7 and 2 tenths. Let's go take a look. 7 and 2 tenths. 7 and 2/10. Okay. All right. If you need to use your place value, check the rest of these, and then I'm just going to put the answers down, and I'll flash those on there. Okay. We stop the video and try. Okay. So let's take a look. We're finished up here. 20 divided by 10. 2 shifts. That 2 goes to the ones to the tenths. 9/10 times 10 to the power of 3. 3 shifts. It goes from the tenths, the ones, sorry, right here, the ones, tens, hundreds. There's our 3 shifts. Here we have 1,000th times 2, 2 shifts. Goes from the thousandths place to the hundreds and tenths. Final answer, 1/10. 54, both of these digits shifted over to the right. A smaller place value for each of them, 1 place value, 5 and 4/10. 150 divided by 10 to the power of 3, 3 shifts. Each digit shifting over 3 places. That 0 ones goes tenths, hundreds, thousands, so you could put that right there. 5 tens goes to the ones place, the tenths, then the hundreds, that's why the 5 is there, and the 1 goes to the tens, the ones, and the tenths. But again, this doesn't change anything, so most often you would see just 1500ths is how you would say that, decimal 1/5. And there's our last one. What strategies do you use? Explain. You can say, I used a place value chart and shifted. I pictured a place value chart in my head. I used my knowledge of exponents. Whatever it was, put that in a complete sentence. This is a really important reflection piece. If you take the time to actually write down what it is that you did, then you have strengthened your learning. Okay? You've created a connection in your head. That's why that reflection is so important. Okay? Great job. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.